What's up, y'all? It's Jay Thunder,
and AJ Radix.
and we are the PWX AWA Tag Team Champions, Extreme Thunder. And you're listening to the Smack Raw Podcast, baby.
Hey folks, welcome to the SmackDown Podcast, your one-stop shop for all your WWE, AEW, NXT recaps, reviews, pay-per-view predictions. That's what we do over here.
Yes.
Hey, it's Kyle and Kevin joining you for the show, man. Man, kind of new look. I'm kind of intimidated, man. I got the new setup going in here.
Yo, it looks fire, man.
Appreciate
it looks
that.
really good.
Appreciate it, man. Spent more time setting this up than I'd like to admit. Anyways, guys, we're a pro wrestling podcast. You can catch us on Spotify, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Music, Podbean, iTunes, Apple Music. I still don't know to this day what to call it.
Right?
It's Apple, whatever Apple uses for podcasts. If you're in the chat, man, let me know so I can just go forward correctly here on out. But yeah, you can always catch the show there. We are, of course, streaming live. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and what else are we on? We are on, my Twitch channel still. My bad. Yeah, but of course we're on YouTube as well. Make sure to hop over to YouTube, subscribe. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers before the end of March, and I think I'm settling down to this idea that like when we do it, make Vince watch that movie Cats.
Yeah, I'm all about that. That's hilarious.
It's not overly cruel, is it? You know, it's not like no, it's not too bad.
We should make him like recap it though, like. Do a show by himself while he recaps Cats.
Maybe like give him like a 5 to 10 minute like rundown in the beginning of an NXT episode or something.
Yeah, that's probably a better idea.
I'll clip. We'll have him record himself watching it, and then I'll edit it down to like all his cringy moments when he's cringing. Dude, that movie looks like it's the stuff of nightmares. Has any of you? I know there's only a couple of you guys in right now, but have any of you watched Cats or had any desire to watch Cats? Let me know. Let me know the appeal of this movie. By God. Anyways, man, how you doing, Kev? How you doing, buddy? I heard you were pretty much on your deathbed here not too long ago.
Oh man, I've been feeling like shit the last few days. I'm not sure what's wrong with me, man. I've just been like exhausted, having like these killer sinus headaches. I don't feel that bad tonight, but who knows? Maybe tomorrow I'll be a zombie again. But yeah. I've been sleeping like a lot, so hopefully I'll get better here.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we'll hold out through the show. All right, don't need you getting me sick. I don't know how viruses work, but I know your computer can get a virus. I don't need you sending any of that my way. I don't even care if we're miles apart. All right, you guys. All right, this is stupid. We're on Twitter. We're on Twitter. Hit us up at SmackDrawPod, myself at The Kai Tai Show, and Kevin at KevinCrazy316. That's crazy with a K. We have a Discord chat. It's been kind of quiet over there, but go ahead, hop on, look for the SmackDraw Podcast on Discord. Definitely chat it up with Colin and Sebastian. Those guys will talk your ears off about wrestling any day of the week. We got a Facebook now, too, I think. I don't even know. We're everywhere, man. We're starting to expand. We're going everywhere. Yeah.
Exciting things.
It's good stuff here at the show.
Yeah.
Speaking of good stuff, though, man, AEW Dynamite this week.
Oh my God, good.
Yes,
so good.
No, I know, man. It was really, really good. I honestly been trying to sit here and be like, okay, where could you criticize it? And hell if I know. We'd have to clutch at straws. I'm sure you could come up with something, but it would seem... Okay, so my biggest complaint over the overall show was that that guy wearing the certified G shirt in the front row. It's like, that's my biggest complaint. It's like, dude, like I'm not really for people like wrestling people making you change your shirts at events and stuff, but no, that guy I'd make an exception for. All right, take off the certified G.
Scooby-Doo was back too. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
from last week.
Scooby-Doo was in the crowd. It's so
Yeah.
silly. Well, anyways, man. No, AEW came out, man, guns blazing. They had an insane tag team championship match. We'll get into that because that's kind of a divisive opinion, but the match itself was
Holy crap.
incredible.
Yeah.
And then also the cage match. Oh, boy.
Jesus.
Oh, man. I'm glad we shot the show. We're shooting the show here like, I don't know, 45 minutes, almost an hour after it went off air because I probably would be screaming the first half from that ending spot, man. It was nuts,
Holy
dude.
shit.
Cody, are you okay? Like, are you okay, man? No,
Yo,
so that
my
was
girlfriend had passed out in our bedroom. I was watching it in there, and I'm pretty sure I woke her up. 'Cause I screamed because it was, yeah. I mean, yeah. How is Cody alive? He's
a madman. The dude's a madman.
absolutely.
Yeah, bro. He is definitely. They wanted, it's AEW's first cage match, so they wanted you to remember it, and
I won't forget it. That's for
hell
sure.
no,
Holy
that's
shit.
for sure. Oh my god. We'll get into it. Kev, what did you think of the show?
Dude, I mean, especially with what we got, with Raw on Monday, which was pretty much a stinker of a show. Like, this was a great way to wash your palate from that, because this was fire from start to finish. I mean, there was not a dull moment in the whole show. I honestly, I think I'd go ahead and grade it like an A+. I mean, it was that.
Damn,
good. It was
A+.
really good. Yeah.
Oh shoot, man. Yeah, no, it was up there. It was up there for sure. Anyone joining us? Sorry if we're getting some audio issues on Kevin's end. Hopefully, it will clear itself up. We hear you, Kev. We hear what you're saying. Like I said, you're just getting that crackling. I don't know what's going on with that.
Right on.
Yeah, you're good though. You're good. No, man. What else? There was so not only did you have the cracker of the matches between the cage match, the tag match, we had development in the women's division. That's something that people have been wanting for a long time now. So we finally got that going, which, I mean, what else can you ask for? They said they wanted some development, and now we got it. But
Absolutely.
yep. So we'll
Continuing to build towards evolution too. I mean, would we get two or three new matches announced tonight?
So you had
essentially
the tag team battle royal. Was the women's? I know we have a number one contender, but was there a match set up for Revolution with that?
I don't think so. If I remember correctly, I think that they said that there was going to be a number one contenders match next week.
Yeah.
So there will be a women's championship match at Revolution.
Okay.
I think. Don't quote me on that. I could be bullshitting.
I know that Statlander is the announced number one contender. She's the number one contender. I don't know if there's actually a match set up though. And then of course the ending also set us up Cody versus MJF for Revolution as well too. So we got that. Yeah. We got that to look forward to.
Official.
Yeah, it's official. But let's go ahead. Let's kick it off, man. We're gonna go ahead and run it down chronologically this time. That's kind of what we do with AEW's. Raw and SmackDown is kind of a toss up whether we're gonna go beat for beat. But AEW we run it down. So it started off with the tag team battle royal. Man, there was so instead of just running out who eliminated who, for one you had essentially every tag team except the champions and the Lucha Bros in this match because they were actually set up for the tag title match later in the evening. But some of the crazy spots. First of all, Luchasaurus and Butcher.
Good God.
Man. Granted, this ain't gonna be the level of Keith Lee and Dijakovic in NXT, those big hosses. But man, this is my hoss matchup I want right here. Give me Luchasaurus and Butcher. Give me a singles feud. I'm ready for this all day. I ain't gonna lie though, I'm kind of digging Butcher. Like, I'm telling you, like something about that guy's look. Like that guy has such an awesome grizzled, freaking badass look to it, man. Like.
I'm all about it, man. He's a local dude, from Buffalo and all that stuff. So, yeah, I love seeing him succeed. And, that spot with him and Luchasaurus in that match was probably the best part of that match. It was nuts.
Nah, man, it was You know what? The Butcher, Blade, and Bunny whole faction. Like, okay, so I get that that's a thing, but like, let's just push Blade and Bunny to the side and send Butcher out, man, and have them kind of just be like enforcers or managers, dude. Because Butcher's the star of that trio. I'm convinced at this point. Absolutely.
No question. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
So yeah, they had a nice back and forth spot between him and Luchasaurus, having a bunch of counters and flips and stuff. It was really good. Dark Order was still a presence out in the crowd. They were kind of taunting SCU, saying, hey, where's Christopher Daniels? Kind of teasing, is he the exalted one?
I know.
Nah, bro, it's gonna be Matt Hardy. But
I think you're right, but that was still cool.
Yeah.
I like that spot because obviously that led to SCU getting eliminated.
Yep.
Which I thought made perfect sense, and everything the Dark Order's doing right now is fucking awesome. And
I'm all about it, man. All about it.
I did not like them at first.
Hell
I thought
no.
it was going to be terrible. But goddamn, so good.
Yeah, they were pretty hot coverage. But yeah, so you had them out there still proving that they're recruiting. I forget. So did you catch? I hate to say it, but side note, I was actually just getting home from the gym when AEW kicked off. So pretty much the majority of the tag team battle royal I watched in the shower. So I didn't have time to take notes or nothing. Just kind of had it on my phone. Put my phone at risk there. But who was the tag team that they were trying to recruit? It wasn't Michael Nakazawa. It was
No, I can't. Jesus, he was Japanese though.
Yeah.
And I don't even know who the hell his partner is, if I'm being perfectly honest with you.
Had no idea. I don't feel like I've ever seen this. Was this guy on Dark? Yeah. Was he on Dark?
I haven't.
He's not on weekly TV. We cover weekly TV. Who the hell is this guy?
I don't remember. They said his name several times.
I meant to write it down, but like I said, shower.
Remember.
I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so they were trying to recruit him. So there were so many tag teams in this Battle Royal, don't even know who all of them are. We may have had debuts tonight. I can't tell, man.
They didn't do any entrances or anything like that.
Hell no, they just kicked the show off. They just kicked the show off with it, which is very nice touch. That's something that I've been wanting WWE to do. Just start you off with some action, man. Get the show up and running. But kudos to AEW, man, because that's something that I am a big fan of. I
also like that they had them all start outside of the ring too. I thought that was a nice little touch.
I didn't know that. I wasn't. I must have clicked the match just after the match began. Like I think I turned on at 8 on the dot, and the match was already underway. I was like, damn, did these guys start early? Like I had no idea.
You must have missed like the first
probably 30 seconds.
Because it was like, it wasn't that long. Basically, I think all you probably missed was like, dude announced the match, the rules of the match, and they were all standing around outside. They rang the bell, and they all jumped in, except for Santana and Ortiz. Yeah. So.
Yeah, man. Right. So, damn. Scared me there for a second. I thought my camera turned off.
Can't have that.
No, hell no, man. I'm getting used to this DSLR camera. It makes me nervous. Like it's just gonna shut off out of nowhere. I'm telling you. I had to buy software to get this thing up and running too. Boy, $50.
Holy shit.
$50, bro. I was like, that's for real. Crazy. There ain't no other software online I can use to use this DSLR camera. Like no, everything else they said like crashes your computer. And like, so this greedy bastard being the only game in town, freaking $50 for a 1-year subscription. Ain't even like I own the program. I gotta pay another $50 next year. Yeah, man, I probably got ripped off. Hey, if any of you know a good program where I can stream from my DSLR camera to my computer, hit me up, man, because I just dropped a lot of cash, and I'm definitely not going to want to do that next year. Not in 2021, folks.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man.
That's ridiculous.
Dude,
shit.
Trust me, I looked. Anyways. Some other highlights from there. We had a lot of tag teams where a single member was eliminated. I think Angelico's partner was eliminated. Nick Jackson was eliminated. Trent and who's Trent's tag team partner? I don't know why I'm
Chuck Taylor.
Chuck was eliminated, right? And Trent was the one remaining in the ring. Yeah.
Yep.
which actually led to a hug between Trent and Matt Jackson. So that was a nice little crowd pleaser. Everyone cheered for that.
That was cool.
We had a spot.
Yeah, because Butcher broke up the hug between Chuck and Trent earlier on in the match, which was cool. I was into that too.
Yeah, it gets heat, man. We had a match earlier where Trent was tossed over the top ropes and caught by Orange Cassidy. So Orange Cassidy helping people play the whole Kofi role. Is that what we're going to call it? The Kofi spot in Battle Royals and stuff where someone looks like they'll be eliminated and get like a unique save. It's a Kofi spot, right? He earns that. He earned that.
I would say so. Although this one kind of gave me more of the vibes of like the Otis Mandy Rose spot, you know.
But I would say
that
designated thing though, the near elimination outside weird stuff, Kofi spot, bro.
Yeah,
he deserves it. I mean, he deserves a lot more than like getting pinned in 8 seconds by Brock Lesnar, but
right.
Yeah. So
don't get me started.
Hell no. Well, anyways, on the second go around, doesn't work out. Orange Cassidy gets low blowed by Bunny. This ends up allowing Trent to get eliminated by Butcher. At this point, and also, by the way, Santana and Ortiz, they spent the majority of the match waiting on the outside, letting everybody else eliminate each other. So it did come down to Butcher, Trent, Matt Jackson, and both Santana and Ortiz at one point. So you had 3 single members and then 1 unified tag team. Came down to ultimately Matt and Butcher. Butcher got eliminated by Matt Jackson. And then came down to Matt Jackson and Santana and Ortiz. Ultimately, though, just like we predicted, the Young Bucks win this via Matt getting X-Lax out there. And so the tag team championship match at Revolution is set up for the Young Bucks being the number 1 contenders, taking on the winner of Kenny Omega and Hangman Page later on in the evening. Honestly, this whole battle royal was nice. I saw some skepticism going into it, but no, like battle royals can be cheesy, but I will say I definitely woke up during the Luchasaurus and the Butcher spot. That's when I was like, okay, you've got my attention, man. Y'all are working some story in here. It was nice. It was good.
Well, yeah, I remember you saying in the chat when that was going on, you were like, guys, I think I'm a Butcher fan.
Yeah. It's like, yep. I think it worked, man. It worked.
Oh, yeah. And I hear you. I think battle royals can be, kind of cheesy, almost like a cop-out in a little bit of, But, like, when they're done right, like they were done, like AEW did tonight, it was fire, man. It was so good. And not only that, like, at the end when it was Santana Ortiz versus Matt Jackson, like, I honestly thought maybe Santana and Ortiz were going to win the match for a minute. But, obviously, Young Bucks. And I was into that's what was cool about it. There was some drama and tension that really drew me in.
Yeah, there was. All right. Give it a second, folks. We're having some technical issues here. Kevin, you're doing good. I hear you, but it's like everything was on the verge of crashing. You know what? No. I think this might help. Hold on. Let me do this. Let's see if it's mine. Maybe I'm just pushing my computer too hard over here. I hope this doesn't shut my camera off. It did shut my camera off. You can still hear me, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Give me a second. I'll be back, folks. Growing pains of the show, man. All right, am I back? Should be back. There we go. I'm back.
There you go.
Yes, sir. I think I know what it was. All right. Don't close that. Close this.
We have a kid sneaking in again.
Yeah, you got your boy right there?
You're supposed to go to bed, dude.
You guys the crap out of me. And I'm not swearing. Because, you gotta.
Okay. Well, you gotta go to bed, dude.
All
We're live. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good. Hopefully I got the issue working out a little bit better. I went ahead and closed some background operations.
Oh. Apparently he's going crazy with something that he found in the living room.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I don't know if you could hear him or not, but he was screaming with his arms up in the air and waving something around. But anyway.
Anyways.
Back to wrestling.
Yeah, there we go. I think I got it. I think I just had too many background processes running on my end. You were getting...
Oh, right on.
Oh, boy, no. It seemed like the whole show was about to just crash. Like, while you were talking, everything slowed down really slow. But...
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I think we're up and running. Okay. I think we're good.
All right.
Sweet deal. What do we have next, Kevin?
So next we have Shanna taking on Statlander, with actually Britt Baker on commentary, which I was excited for, but like I didn't think she really delivered all that well, honestly.
No.
I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't as good as like what she had been doing the last couple weeks, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She still took digs at Shivani.
Yeah.
She tried to order some damn coffee or something from him.
Yeah. I'm totally into that dynamic. I think it's funny as hell, and it really, really works. And they seem to have some good chemistry with that too, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it was a decent match, Shanna and Statlander. You know, probably the low light of the evening as far as in-ring stuff, believe it or not, and it was still super solid.
They hit hard, too. That's one thing that caught me. I was like, I don't know if I was just peeking over at the right times. Shanna was hitting with some, like, stiff-ass drop kicks, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. And then there was the one spot where Statlander booped her nose, or, Shanna booped her nose, and then Statlander went to do it, and like I don't remember, clotheslined her or something like that. But it was funny.
Some good spots in there, man. It was a serviceable match.
Yeah, no. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like with the rest of it, it was like, you know. But what we got after the match, I thought was actually probably more important than the match itself, really, because you know then Nyla Rose. And Shivani interview, and Statlander comes up. Nyla Rose actually gave a pretty fire interview.
Dude,
too.
that's what I was gonna say. Like Nyla, I'm not like I wasn't really heavy into Nyla Rose. I don't know what it was. Wasn't really into digging her too much. However, won me over with that promo. For sure.
Oh, yeah.
The buzz and the bees kind of thing was a little weird, but...
That was a little cheesy.
But the whole, like, she represents unbridled power. She's pissed off at the crowd, ain't giving her the respect. She ain't making all the money in the back, like, in the women's locker room. She ain't making all the money. But she told... The line I did like, because it was original, I haven't heard anyone else make these claims. She's like, I'm going to be a one-time champ.
Yes.
Yeah, because ain't no one gonna beat me, you know.
Yeah.
So that was a very nice touch.
That was the part where I was like, because that was after the buzzing bees and all that stuff, and I was like, but then she said that, and I was like, hell yeah, Nyla Rose, you're a certifiable badass after that, like, but yeah, and I think it was like right after that was when Statlander came out. And she went to boop Nyla on the rose, not Nyla on the rose, Nyla on the nose. But then she points at the belt.
Yeah.
And I was like, hell yeah, man. Give me that match, like, every day, But then...
Big Swole was out there.
Oh, yeah. It's so good.
Why was Big Swole out there?
I don't know.
I don't know either, man. Big Swole was in the... So when Nyla won last week, and she went backstage, you had all the women lined up, and Big Swole looked pissed off. But I guess, it kind of comes down to, I guess, story-wise, I would say it's the whole, like, right now that women's division is up for the taking. Besides the number one contenders match, no one else has a clear spot in the ranking, I would think, other than maybe, like, Shida is going to be at the top of the division as well. So, Big Swole comes out, makes her claim. Dude, I love how awkward... because Statlander's whole, like, alien gimmick, whatever that is, how awkward she is socially. So when Swole comes out and is trying to brawl with Nyla Rose, Statlander just doesn't know what to do with herself, and she kind of just stands there awkwardly. I thought that was a nice touch. Yeah, man. What'd you think of the Moxley and Cobb match?
Holy crap! I mean, I know that they had a match in Japan before. Is that correct?
They were part of the G1 Climax, like one of the New Japan's biggest tournaments. They had a match there. I haven't seen it. I haven't
either. But I'm pretty sure Sebastian had mentioned that and said that it was really good.
Yeah.
But holy crap! I mean, this one delivered just as much as any of the other matches that were announced. I thought, between these two guys. I mean, Cobb is a fucking powerhouse.
Dude's a beast, man.
Yeah.
He's like a large version of like what Taz was.
Yeah.
He's a shorter dude, but he's got a huge low center of gravity. So he's just pretty much built for suplexing people and just throwing them everywhere. Yeah, the dude looks like he could sling a hay bale 20 meters.
Probably more.
Yeah. So, no. Yeah. Cobb's a badass. I like the story they were playing too. You had Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Hager sitting front row. They bought tickets. They're there to watch the thing, but apparently they get to walk down the ramp to their seats. I wonder if that's a thing at AEW. I wonder if I get a ticket. Can I walk down the ramp like mid-show just to my front row
and have my entrance music played?
Yeah, man. No, my entrance music would definitely be licensed, so they wouldn't be able to get away with that. You'd have to do it off air. Yeah, I'd have to be seated during commercials. I'm gonna come out to like some Mudvayne or something.
There you go.
Yeah,
there
man.
You go. But yeah, I mean, I was totally into that match. Obviously, Moxley ends up winning it with a roll up, and then of course the Inner Circle comes in, minus Santana and Ortiz. Or no, they do end up coming out and.
Did they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because at one point after they beat up Moxley for a minute, they come down and then
that's right.
Dustin Rhodes comes out, and basically beelines for Jake Hager, which was awesome. And then all four of them start beating up Rhodes, because I remember JR saying something stupid on commentary like, when it's 4 against 1, you're gonna get your ass beat or something like that. So it
was true. Yeah, Dustin came out. Dude, I love how the crowd still is hungry for Dustin Rhodes and Jake Hager.
Right?
I'm telling you, man.
Who would have ever thought?
It still amazes me. You get me excited for a Jack Swagger match. I still can't believe that. But yeah, the lights went out, and then they went out, and then they went out again. It's like, just when you thought you couldn't see, they make sure you really can't see.
They even said that on commentary. They were like, somehow it even got a little...
It got darker. Yeah. Out came what's his... Darby Allin. Allin. Man, they gave him a damn entrance, man. They gave him a hell of an entrance.
Right.
The only thing that got me is, why didn't Inner Circle just continue beating up Dustin Rhodes and Moxley? The lights were back. Darby Allin spent like 2 minutes posing at the top of the ramp. That's more than enough time to get your shots in, man. Absolutely.
But hey, I popped for that, man. That was a hell of a return and a hell of an entrance.
Yeah.
Fucking, I mean, obviously with the Sammy Guevara stuff, just great storytelling here. I thought, really, really getting me hyped for Evolution.
Revolution.
Oh, is it? Well.
Yeah, Evolution is the all females. I thought you said Evolution earlier. Yeah.
I might have.
Yeah, Evolution's like the all female pay per view WWE did.
That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Inner Circle's kicking ass. It looks like they might take a couple L's though. I think at Revolution.
So we got Moxley and Jericho. You got Hager and Dustin Rhodes, Sammy Guevara and Darby Allin, and then Santana or Ortiz will probably won't have a match. I don't think you'll have the entire Inner Circle have matches. So I imagine Santana and Ortiz will probably sit it out.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they'll be present and have, they'll do something at
Yeah.
some point. But yeah, I agree. I don't think that they're gonna have a match. But we'll see. I mean, who knows? There's still 1 week before the show, so maybe.
Maybe, who knows? I just see that the show's going to be packed, and that'd be Inner Circle heavy. Like Revolution, the whole theme at that point just comes of AEW versus Inner Circle, essentially at that point.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Following the match, Darby Allin, of course. Oh yeah, by the way, Darby Allin did, when he came out, he beat up everybody with his damn skateboard. I love that he does. So I used to dabble in the skateboarding a little bit. All right, so I might know some of the lingo still, but he does like an acid drop on the back of Sammy Guevara. Like instead of like what, so he does the normal like shot to the gut, and instead of like raising it up and cracking Sammy on the back, he instead like drops on the skateboard onto his back. Thought that was a nice touch, man. Pulling out some Tony Hawk Pro Skater moves.
Yeah. No, I feel like Darby Allin is like my spirit animal in like, because like I used to skate too, like when I was a younger fellow, and he gives me like kind of punk rock gothy vibes, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what I was into when I was like, you know, late teenage, early 20 years, you know.
Yeah, man. I blew my ankle so many times I couldn't do it no more. Couldn't do it. It wasn't the weight gain, dude. It was my ankle. Like I had trouble just walking. Yeah.
No, I hear you, man, because I did the same thing when I was like 16, and my ankle's never been the same since. So,
all right.
I weighed like 150 pounds when I was 16. So. Anyways,
Lucha Bros versus Omega and Page. Holy
Jesus
shit,
Christ.
man.
Yeah.
Holy shit, this match. Oh, God, dude. It's so... For one, if you're going to go back and watch one match, I got to put it to this one.
Oh, match of the night, no question.
Yeah, from start to finish. Whereas I would say the cage match is very top-heavy as far as the flow went, where this match was just from start to finish, and especially the final like 5 minutes was balls to the wall, crazy counters. I'm interested 100%. To hear. I kind of wish Seb was here, because this is one of those where I'm like everyone's all over this match being great, and I could just picture him just like, well, hold on a second, and it's just like. He would probably jump on the long 10 counts, because, you know, AEW, yeah. He'd probably jump the long 10 counts.
Yeah, because that's what I was going to say. I was thinking to myself when that was going on. I was here and Sebastian bitching from Kentucky about that shit right now, you know? Like he's...
And at that point,
rules in AEW?
At that point, from there on, the match is garbage. You know what I mean? Like one or two instances, they stood in the ring too long, and it just negates everything else. No, right. Okay, sorry, Seb, if you're watching this.
No, we love you, Seb.
Yeah, we love you, man. For one, Adam Page looks like a future champ. The way that dude carries himself, God knows, man. He's awesome. But pretty much the story is, these are the two best tag teams in AEW right now. Lucha Bros, the only people that actually have a pin over Kenny Omega and Adam Page. Early in the match, Kenny hurts his left knee, so that kind of plays into it. But you just had a lot of great back and forth stuff. And then they just went balls to the wall. They had this part where Kenny threw Pentagon Jr. into Adam Page, who catches him midair, delivers a German suplex, tries to do the same thing with Rey Fenix. Rey contorts himself in midair and ends up delivering like an RKO to Adam Page. So while Kenny Omega is hunched over, checking on Adam Page, Pentagon Jr. runs up, jumps off the back of Rey Fenix, and delivers a Canadian Destroyer to Kenny Omega. Like, dude, how the hell do you plan shit like this out? Especially as fast as it is. And then,
oh my God.
Yeah. Shortly afterwards, Kenny Omega, Rey Fenix, Pentagon Jr. find themselves fighting on the apron. Pentagon going for like a package pile driver. Kenny delivers a backdrop, but as Kenny's standing there on the ring apron, Rey Fenix springboards over the ropes, delivers a Hurricanrana to Kenny off of the apron onto the floor.
Ridiculous.
Immediately following that, Page hits a moonsault from the top. Dude, this match just was... This was like NXT Takeover level tag team match. If you're gonna rate it, I'll give Takeovers that. If you're gonna say pay-per-view match is not enough, like pay-per-view match is a tier, but then NXT Takeover match is like top tier match quality. Here stateside, I'm sure New Japan, obviously they have incredible matches too. But stateside, for your reference, man, this would definitely be a Takeover match if it was NXT.
Easily.
Yeah, but ultimately, there was a blind tag. Page got himself in the ring, delivered a buckshot lariat, the buckshot V-trigger combo onto Rey Fenix, allowing them to get the win. Just insanely good match. The Young Bucks come out afterwards to celebrate with Kenny. They're trying to pick Kenny up. Adam Page is like, what the hell, man? He's my partner. We won. There's kind of like a little awkward tugging back and forth. Kenny's like, what the hell, you guys? So Adam Page, I love it. Instead of like having that weird awkwardness, Adam Page is like, well, screw it, man. And he goes out to the crowd, grabs a beer, and just starts celebrating with the crowd because there's no awkwardness out there. Gotta love it, man. I mean, that's what you would do. That's what you would do, man.
Oh, yeah. And then everybody's chanting cowboy shit. Come on. It was, he
How is that guy gonna go heel? How could he go heel? He is easily the coolest member of the whole damn group. Like, for real.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, man. I don't know, but I mean, obviously they're setting up for that, with the friction between him and the Bucks. But goddamn, I mean, you're right. I mean, dude's so over right now that it's unbelievable. Probably the most over, wrestler in AEW right now. At least arguably.
Yeah, it's hard to think of anybody else right now. Like, and as a singles act, maybe Cody. Maybe Cody Rhodes, just because he has such great storytelling. It's not so much how cool he is.
Jericho, maybe, but
Jericho, he's up there. I mean, but that just speaks to what I was saying earlier. Is I could see this dude as world champ because he is a top tier guy in the company for sure. I do got a question for you though. Isn't it kind of silly that you're getting tag team title matches after number one contenders have already been established?
Yeah, that was a little weird for me. I agree with that. It would have been better to have the Battle Royal match after the tag team championship was determined.
Smart. Yeah.
But, I mean, for a show that was as good as it was, that even feels a little nitpicky to me. You know what I'm saying? But I hear you.
Yeah. I've never been a really big fan of it. I wasn't sitting here like complaining too hard. Personally speaking, I think it was they knew NXT is following a takeover, and granted, NXT shows aren't recap shows anymore following takeovers, but I think a lot of us still kind of think of the perception. So they said, hey, if there's any night where more like NXT viewers might be checking out AEW, it's probably tonight. Yep. Let's go deliver a 5-star tag team match. Who can do it? Omega and Page, Lucha Bros, guaranteed 5-star match.
Yep.
Also,
100%.
that's kind of like my logic thinking about it was just they knew that more eyes were going to be on them tonight, so they wanted probably to just put on one of the hottest tag team matches you could see.
Mm-hmm. And I think we talked about it before. I wasn't really a fan of this match going into the show. I thought it was kind of just going to be like a throwaway match, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. More of a vehicle to kind of show that rift that Hangman and the Bucks are having, with Kenny Omega kind of being in the middle, which it did that too. But like it was like you said, 5-star match. I mean, easily. It was really like. So not only did it do what it was supposed to, like those dudes went fucking off. Like it was crazy.
That, oh my god!
Hangman and oh no!
I opened up our live stream to see if there was any questions, and the audio was turned on. My fault, man.
No, you're good.
I thought I turned the audio down. But no, exactly. So when it was when it was the inception of the match, I could see it, but once they got up and running, man, it was just it was all good. It was super good.
Yep.
But yeah. Hey, what'd you think of the action figures, Kev?
Yo, take my goddamn money. Cody Rhodes with a goddamn sledgehammer. Get out of town. That was so good.
They're running through all of them, and you can see the likeness and everything looking good. Hopefully, we didn't lose Kevin. He's froze now. There you are, Kev. All right. No, you're good. I think your excitement freaked out your camera.
Probably.
No, they run through. For one, these action figures, the likeness is uncanny.
Insane.
Yeah, but they did accentuate that these are prototypes, so who knows.
Yeah.
But yeah, they unveiled the Cody one, and Cody's got a sledgehammer. He's like, "Oh, the internet's gonna love me with the hammer."
I know.
Referencing when he the backlash he received at, what was it? Was it All Out when
It
he
was
sled
Double or Nothing. It
Double
was
or
the first-
Nothing?
It was right before the Dustin Cody match. You know, he
Yeah, he
slammed,
sledgehammered Triple H's throne. Yeah, the internet had a friggin' field day with that. Like, don't talk shit about WWE and all this. Oh man, it was dude. It's good fun. It's good fun. It's whatever, man. I like both shows, man. Just I don't even care,
me
man.
too.
But nah, man. Yeah, dude, action figures look damn nuts.
Yeah. Oh, like I said, well, obviously the Cody one stuck out, and he was the one that was laughing about it the most in the segment too. But yeah, all of them look good. Like I said, take my goddamn money, AEW. Keep putting shit out like that.
Hell yes, I am all about it, dude. So we got what else? We got a match lined up for next week, right? Best Friends taking on Butcher and Blade.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna call it right now. Chucky and Blade get injured, and they restart as a singles match. Trent and Butcher do it like that, man. I'm not gonna stop now. I'm not gonna be able to contain myself. Anytime there's a Butcher and Blade match, I can already feel myself advocating. Just get Butcher by himself. Push this guy in a singles run. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm quite that on the Butcher as you are, but I hear you. I mean, he's definitely more intriguing than the Blade is, for sure. And just his look, like that fucking monocle, he makes it look badass. Like
I forgot all about the damn monocle.
yeah, I like it. I love it. But you know what? I really like the Best Friends too. I thought that, like, when I first saw him, it was kind of dumb, but like, I don't know. I just really like him. Rob loved him, and he kind of, pushed the hell out of him on our show.
He's a huge fan of them.
Yeah, and like that's part of my affinity for him too. I feel like is that Rob was like best friends.
Mm-hmm.
And Orange Cassidy's hilarious. So but yeah, I mean every week Butcher and Blade are on the show. I'm liking them better and better. I'd really like to see him, cut maybe a couple promos and see how that would go. Obviously, I think Bunny's supposed to be, their mouthpiece or whatever. I just want to see what the dynamic would be like because their in-ring stuff is good,
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering is if that's where they're lacking, is if they don't have somebody who's strong with the promos.
Right.
Because that's obviously what's getting over the Dark Order.
Yes.
Was we saw the Dark Order, dude. Let's take away promos altogether. The Dark Order's look is cheesy as hell. You know what I mean? So like on first glimpse, the Dark Order looks like puke, man.
Yeah.
But their promos and their story and the video packages have been so captivating. It's flipped people's perception a full 180 on it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, but yeah, so that's kind of like been my thing is I wonder because obviously if it worked for Dark Order, it could work for Butcher, Blade, and Bunny. Although the name feels silly rattling off. Like,
yeah,
I'm not really a big fan of that name, but
I will say when MJF essentially paid them to try and take out who was it? God damn.
Cody.
Yeah, there you go, Cody. And that was a cool promo. How they were like in the butcher shop and stuff, and MJF and Wardlow came in with like an envelope full of money, and they just exchanged it. And that was that. That was cool.
It's like, congratulations, you followed your hit, and hey, do you need a job by any chance? Now, I know you just jumped Cody, but go talk to him. He'll probably give you guys a job. It's fucking, their dynamic is so weird. Anyways, let's go. We're getting to this main event tonight, man.
Oh.
AEW's first ever cage match. Oh boy,
Yes.
what a good one. Nice video package leading into it. God, I tried to look up. Arn Anderson said something very clever and very nice, and I freaking forgot to write it down. But the video, it was a good video package recapping everything. But then you had like a little interview with Arn Anderson during the video package. And, man, that guy kills it. The guy just gets it, man. He gets it, bro. He's so good.
Yeah.
But anyways, it led us to the match. Wardlow comes out. Wardlow looks like an absolute beast. Not the tallest guy though. He's jacked. No. He's jacked. But when you see him standing next to Cody, I think Cody's actually kind of taller than him.
I would say by a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I think he looks so big because he stands next to MJF, and MJF, MJF's bigger than his actual stature, or his mouth is bigger than his stature. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they did announce that this cage match works a little differently. There's no escape clause, so there's no like first person to get out the cage wins the match. This is a standard pin or submission for victory. Cody comes out. He's flanked by Brandy and Arn. I gotta say, man, not that Brandy can't play heel. She works so much better being face for Cody, especially while Cody's face. Because if you think about it, logic would dictate Cody, without Brandy supporting him, probably never would have got AEW off the ground anyways. You know what I mean? So what sense would it make to have her all of a sudden be a bad guy in his company? And I don't know, it's just weird. It's too convoluted. So for the time being, man, Brandy plays an awesome face to Cody.
Absolutely, because like you were saying, it makes sense in real life and it makes sense kayfabe wise.
Yeah,
much better,
much better. So the match starts out pretty solid, standard cage match. People being tossed face first in the cage. Cody bleeds as pretty much as easy as Ric Flair does.
I guess
that dude bleeds real fast. But you gotta sell the brutality of the match. Cody's busted open early. We have a part where Cody gets tossed through the front door. Jim Ross and them making a point to let you know that, hey, even if Cody falls out the ring, it's still the match continues. MJF is imploring Arn to grab the door and throw it into Cody's head, similar to what Arn did to Dusty Rhodes back in 85.
I was gonna say 80s for sure.
He's calling back to a match that happened about 35 years ago. I was like, wow, dude. No, dude, I didn't get it. I had to Google that shit. I was like, okay, he's referencing something that really happened. And so I looked it up during the show.
That was badass. Too.
People were speculating, see if Arn was going to turn. He didn't, though. He threw the door into MJF's head.
Well, that's the rumor that he's going to.
Yeah, so him or Brandy. You know what I mean? Him or Brandy. Mm-hmm. Cody's gonna end up being, who was it that was always getting Sting back in WCW? Sting. It's like if Sting got a friend, they were gonna turn on him at some point. Cody's gonna be AEW's Sting. Everyone's just gonna betray him.
I mean MJF. So
it's the first, maybe the first, and they're already talking about the second person turning on him. But during the match, MJF slips that diamond ring to Wardlow. Cody low blows him, though, gets his hand on the ring. MJF is busy trying to climb the cage. Brandy cracks him a couple times with the chair. MJF gets in Brandy's face, but good old Arn Anderson tosses him over the barricade. We get back in the ring. Cody Rhodes nails Wardlow with the ring, goes for Crossroads, hits it. Wardlow kicks out. So Cody, with nothing left, scales this damn cage, which is probably only about 5 foot shorter than a Hell in the Cell cage.
I know.
And instantly moonsaults off it. Dude, there was no time. He scaled that shit and just jumped.
Oh,
and dude, the height on that. Similar to everyone when you mention like moonsault off of cage, I think most people reference Kurt Angle, because Kurt Angle always had like a huge moonsault off cage. This was bigger than Kurt's, man. But yeah,
how did he not die?
I don't know.
Like,
bro.
I thought we were gonna
know.
have like a funeral segment or
Dude.
something like after this match.
I don't know how he didn't go through the damn ring. He fell so far. That ended up picking up the win, man. And holy God, dude. Yeah, AEW went off the air, and I was beside myself. Like I was so hyped. AEW crushed it this week for sure. I'm wondering how NXT did. I'm this week is probably the first week in a long time I wanted to see, like, I'm interested in the ratings for those little things, like I mentioned earlier.
Yep.
So I'm interested, bro.
Yo, I don't know if you noticed this though either. As they were going off the air, Cody climbed back up on the top of the
Yeah, I saw that.
cage like a fucking maniac.
Dude had a lot of adrenaline pumping through him. I promise you.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus! After that,
yeah,
Christ.
man.
He'll be feeling it tomorrow, though. That's for sure. Jesus.
Yeah, he will. Oh man, but that was our show, man. What'd you guys think? What'd y'all think? Leave it in the comments. Hit us up on Twitter. Go ahead and chew us out for the audio quality for that first 20 minutes with Kevin. Yeah. I'm gonna take it. That was actually on me. I found out what it was. I was streaming our Twitch and Twitter stream to keep an eye on the comments, and it was just pulling way too much. Yeah, so once I close it, your audio's been fine ever since. So my bad, folks. If you did stick through it, man, thank you very much. If not, absolutely. I totally get it. We'll catch you on the next show. But yeah, man. So that's kind of it. I don't think we got any questions.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Any takeaways? Any takeaways, Kev? What do we got? What do we got going forward? So how's Revolution looking?
I'm stoked. I mean, after tonight, what more could they do to build that any more than they have? And then they talk about there's a weigh-in apparently for Moxley and Jericho, which is essentially just I would imagine like a contract signing,
Yeah.
So whatever. I mean, that's cool. Whet my appetite a little bit more for that. Not that I really need it.
Actually, I'm kind of stoked for that, man. A weigh-in.
It's different. It's different. And like you said, I think the Best Friends Butcher and the Blade match next week will be good. But I got to be honest with you. I'm looking past Dynamite next week. As far as AEW is concerned, Revolution's going to be fucking fire. It's going to be so good. And we'll see. We'll see what kind of shit we have going on there, because I got to think that we're going to have, some new story arcs obviously start, and a lot of closing of some good stories that have been going on for the last couple months, so.
Yeah, man. Revolution's going to crush it. I believe so. I think Revolution's going to crush it. But yeah, weigh-ins actually got me intrigued. That's cool. You give it a little flavor, a little pageantry, kind of similar to what New Japan does with their press conferences after events. They give it some real life appeal, like some real life sporting event appeal, which is always a nice little extra touch. It's not something you see all the time, especially in the mainstream wrestling with WWE and stuff. So that seems cool. I totally just realized. Did you see the camera jump? I totally realized my Discord mirrors, for whatever reason, my video, so I realized everything was backwards the whole time. I had to adjust it. Because I kept looking at I got the new damn SmackDraw canvas over here.
Yeah, no, that's bad. Yes.
I kept looking, I was like, why does it look off? I'm looking at OBS, I start recording, I'm like, shit's been backwards this whole time.
Oh well.
Growing pains, folks. Growing pains.
Yeah. We're a train wreck here, apparently.
No, man, just growing pains, Yeah. But all right, man, that's our show, guys. Thank you for joining us. Make sure to tune in Friday for Sebastian's long-awaited return. It'll be I think it'll be you and him for SmackDown. I might be on the show. I don't know. I might be on it. I might not.
I'm planning on it.
Yeah, I hope so. But make sure you tune in as well if you haven't already watched it. Go ahead, tune in, check out the NXT recap Vince and RN are shooting currently hopefully that should be up by the time you guys watch this.
Yeah.
But
Jay said he was gonna jump in, I think, too, at some point. So he might
yeah,
be there, too.
Jay might be on it. If not, we're gonna shoot. Finally, we're shooting the throwback episode this weekend. It's not going up right away, but we'll have a SummerSlam 03, I think, is the throwback. We're shooting that this weekend too, so that'll be fun. Yep.
Nice.
But once again, thank you guys, and until next one, y'all have a good one.
Peace.